Hello, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. First, I want to get a few things off my mind. What I want to get off my mind is I am going to do this with or without support. Just so you know, this is something that I want to do, and this is something that I will continue to do. I've seen people I haven't seen in ages popping up on my platforms. I've seen them, and it's okay. If you want to join in, please do. But yeah, I don't need the negativity, so I'm going to push forward. And also, don't contact me to say what you can't do, because I don't care. And I'm really grateful for all the people that are supporting me, and I know it'll get better. I know from starting my own business, the very people that I thought would support me to start the business never did. It was the public that came and helped me grow my business, not a friend. Anyway, moving on, here we go. I asked the question today, and it took a long time to get an answer. Oh, it took a long time. Oh, gee whiz. I asked one question. I put the question up, and the question was, there was a young lady, very pale skin, and she's mixed. The question was this young lady black or white? It took everybody viewed it, everybody looked in it, but whoa, nobody wanted to touch it. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to take it off the stories, and I'm going to put it in a post. So I took it and I put it in a post. And I put it on a post on Larry Henry putting the world right. And it sat there. People viewed it. Then I put it on my own personal page. And then it was slow. One person answered. And then like wildfire, it got busy. And that's the energy that I'm looking for. Don't be afraid to come forward. Like I said, if you got something that you don't want to say, I'll say it for you. So tune in, watch me on YouTube, follow me. I need your support, and I want your support. So if you want to be here, let's do this thing. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. Here's what I want to say first. So the post kind of said, was this young lady? Beautiful she was. Very, very pale skin. Curly hair with a little blonde, and just lovely. If she was white or black. Well, here's the responses that I got. The first response that I got was that she was white. Now, I get that. I actually get that she's white. I get it. And I get it because visually, you look at her and she's white. And I think there are a lot of people out there that are just visual. They're not racist. They're not they're not that. They go by what they see. Now, second thing is, somebody else said, white. So the first one was a white young lady who said this lady was white, this young girl was white. Then a black young lady came in and she said she's white. Now, I'm assuming visually to this black woman that she looked white. Well, I said, no, she's not white to both these people. I said, she's black. Remember what I said before. You've got that 1% in you. That is black. Nothing more, nothing less. It was made. Those are the rules. That's the way it's said. You're black. Which is why I have a problem with this whole thing. Because if we take the negativity of being black, why is that a problem? Okay, so the second question I asked, I said, well, thank you for your reply. Thank you for this. I also said, what about this situation? What if you and this young lady were out shopping and somebody went up to her and said, you are the most beautiful white person I've ever seen? And I said, and she said, thank you. How would that make you feel? This is to the black woman. She said, oh no. We know she was going to say that. She wasn't having any of that. She said she wanted to know why she felt that she had to let down her blackness. And two, why didn't she speak up? She found no excuse for that. Okay? Now, I like that. And I like that because there were a lot of people that passed. And apparently in my dad's family, some pastors, but that's not about my family. What it's about is people pass. So that would mean the likes of certain actresses and public figures that spoke up for the black community could have easily gone along with being white. But they knew better than that, because when push comes to shove, when it comes out, they are black. So they stood up for their black sisters and brothers, and they took this to another level, and they embraced their blackness. And I think that was a good move. We'll talk about cultural differences as well, but I think that was a good move. I think because they're loved, they were treated fairly. They didn't have to make any allowances for the people that they were. I gotta say, black people are very accepting, very accepting. So that was definitely a good thing. And I think this is why it's very important for mixed children to embrace their inner blackness, because somewhere in society, it comes out that you are black. You could have a situation where this beautiful girl, she goes off to one of the best universities or something like that. She's there, and of course, we call it passing. So she'd be there with all her white friends, and they would start saying stuff about black people. And there's not another black person in the room just for her. And as far as they're concerned, there's not a black person in the room. So she could stand there and laugh at the joke or go ahead with what they're saying. But it takes a very special person who is proud of who they are to stand up and say, I'm afraid not. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's very funny. I'm black. That's very important, because what I'm trying to say is, as a black person, the lighter we are, the more they separated us in slavery. So you could be the house Negro. You could be the field Negro. And even in our lives now, we take this in our lives and we still practice. We don't say it, but we still practice this in our everyday lives. The problem is why we can't say, I'm this and I'm that, because our brothers and sisters who are darker than us, this isn't fair to them. They are part of this struggle. Some of them are struggling harder than us. What we need to do, we have to take every black person from white to black, every black person from white to black, whatever. If it's got 1% black, it's black. And what we have to do is pull these two together. We have to pull our sisters and brothers who are down there thinking, oh, I'm not light enough. Oh, no. That just does not wash. It doesn't wash with me. It's not cool. Light skin, black, team light skin, team yellow skin, team my backside. Okay? Let's team that. Until we can see or be seen from one shade all the way to the next as one, we're never going to get ahead. So thank you, but no thank you. I'm black. Anybody darker than me? I'm black, just like them. Anybody lighter than me? I'm black, just like them. There's nothing wrong with being black. The next thing is, a young man, he came to the table and he said, she's black. I can tell by her lips and her nose and her hair. Well, I asked him, was it something to do with hair? Then he said also her lips and her nose. And yeah, I think that's called the black radar. Sometimes you just know. You don't need anybody to tell you. You just know. But I also got to be fair when it comes to Caucasian people. Sometimes they don't look any further than that. They don't actually look at the shape of the nose. They don't really pay attention to the size of, not just an average non-racist Caucasian. They're just going to look. And then if they see something that looks white to them, unless you tell them otherwise, they're just going to assume it's white. Because they're not dissecting the nose or checking out how big the lips are and, and checking out the hair texture. They're looking and they're saying, she's white. And somebody said, did you see that lady I'm looking for a lady, she just passed you. She had curly hair. A black woman said, oh no, I saw a white lady go that way. It's probably her they're talking about. And that's okay. They don't know any better. It's okay. Actually, not that they don't know any better. They did not know. It is a visual thing. But in order for us to stomp out this visual, I feel we need to bring it together. We need to represent and let people know that we come in various shapes. Make no mistake. And it won't be in my lifetime, but possibly in another lifetime, that we won't see a color. We will see our ethnic differences. Oh, definitely. You know, I love cornbread, black eyed peas. There's a lot of white Southerners that like that too. But it doesn't even matter. But there's certain things about my culture that I just love. When I was a kid, I hated the blues. I embraced the blues. I love the blues. I feel like a fool for being ashamed of the blues. We'll talk about that too. So, what I'm trying to say is, going back, these are the various shades of color, and we need to recognize all these shades. I don't expect you to go around guessing what people are. But I am saying, if you're a Caucasian listening to this, I want you to be mindful. And I want Black people to be responsible. I want us to, we don't have the light skin black, the dark skin black, the yellow black, the red black. No, we're all just Black people. We're people first and foremost, but it's okay just to be a Black person. Your skin does not represent who you are. Some people actually get excited when somebody who's white says that they look white, or why aren't they dark? Some people say, no, that's just the way it is. That's my skin color, but I'm Black. I don't have to give you my history, but I can if you want me to. Don't take offense to it, but put people straight and stand up for who you are. This whole color thing, it's crazy, but it needs to be addressed. We can't sweep it under the carpet. Somebody said to me, oh, you know, I've got enough white friends and Black friends. Okay. Look, I want to thank you all for watching. I want you to be mindful when you see someone. You know, don't assume. It's not safe to assume. When you assume, you make a fool out of you, and you make a fool out of me. You make a fool out of us. I want to thank you all for listening. I never actually write anything down like I should. Somebody said I should, but I will. I'll start to do that. But I'm just putting it out there. You know, love the skin you're in. Love the skin you're in, and own it. I'm Larry Henry. I want to thank you all for listening. I want you to get on over there to, I'm on Instagram, PTWR, putting the world right. I'm also on, what's the other thing I'm on? YouTube. That's the one. I'm on YouTube. You know what? If I had known, I probably wouldn't have joined that. But I'm going to keep cracking on with that. That takes up a lot of my time. And I didn't realize how responsible you are for who's watching you, who's liking you. But I'm going to take it on. I'm going to do it because I got a lot to say. So like me on that. Like me on YouTube. And, oh, damn, what's the word? Subscribe. Please subscribe. Larry Henry, Putting the World Right on YouTube. Also, I've got blogs out there. Read my blogs. I'll do a recap to just address what I talked about today. Anyway, I want to thank you all for listening. I'm sending blessings and have a good day. I will learn how to turn this off some kind of way or edit my edit my videos as well. Thank you for listening. Bye.